You are listening to a Dynamic Works Productions podcast. This show is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio Network, and many, many more podcast services around the world. You can find all our content, music, videos, books, podcasts, and more on our website, www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Have questions, comments, or concerns for us? Head on over to the social tab on www.dynamicworksproductions.com if you'd like to talk to us. Now, on with the show. Hey guys, how's everybody's weekend going? I'm your host as always, author, podcaster, gamer, Tim K.A. Trotter. Thanks for joining us for another fantastic episode of the Fork in Your Ear podcast. Joining me today is the one, the only, the Buster of Knuckles, the thankfully not throwing up black stuff anymore guy, Mike List.
Hey, what's going on, Tim? Yeah, I'm quite thankful I'm not throwing up black anymore either. So
Yeah, that was scary when you told me that.
yeah, it was scary when it happened.
Yeah, so we hope you all enjoyed our Batman commentary that went up last week. As we didn't record one last week, we had one in the can, but that was a good thing because Mike was throwing up black stuff, and the very last, I guess, like vertebrae on my spine got twisted, and I'm actually in a back brace right now, and haven't been working for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's kind of fucking, it sucks.
Yeah, needless to say, folks, we here at Fork in Your Ear had a pretty fucked up couple weeks.
Yeah, for real.
So.
For real. I mean, it's like, it's this 2018 has not been kind to me at all. The hip going out, root canals, freaking the spine thing though is probably the worst thing.
It gets better. I got some things.
Oh yeah? You want to launch into your things, buddy?
I mean, we could launch into some of my things. We can launch into this. I mean, we could just keep it going, talk a little bit. We don't have to jump right into the business, as it were.
Sure.
I mean, we can have some pleasantries.
Some pledging trees?
Yeah, we can exchange pleasantries as gentlemen.
Oh, pleasant trees. I thought you said pledging trees, and I was like,
that would
pledging
be some weird Mike List type shit.
I was simultaneously thinking of like pledge, like the cleaner, and then also like pledging, like in a frat.
Oh yeah,
and something to do with the tree.
Gamma is my my frat. So.
Oh man, so bad. Well, you know who is all about that business, Mike?
Who?
Elon Musk.
Oh man, listen. I was hoping you would bring this up because I want a fucking flamethrower. I want a flamethrower.
Oh, you're going with flamethrower. Okay, we can start there. I was thinking of the more important thing that happened in the week.
Oh yeah, okay.
But yeah, if you want to cover the flamethrower, by all means, talk about that flamethrower. It's great.
Elon Musk wants everybody to have a flamethrower.
An AI sentient flamethrower.
Yeah. and the studio who brings you great games such as Borderlands was like, oh, we're just gonna take this idea. Is that cool? Can we get a soundbite? That way we can put you as credit. And I'm like, that is fucking incredible. 1, 2, yeah, we can definitely get a flamethrower here, folks. I am so down.
Okay, I have a fun question. Have you ever actually used a real flamethrower?
That's a common misconception. No.
Okay, because I have.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
Nice.
So, my neighbor, he's he's basically a retired prankster, but he used to build NASCAR engines,
Okay.
and he has a gaggle of things in his research shop next
Okay.
door. And I remember we had like this weed problem or whatever, and like like Weed Be Gone and all that wonderful,
Hmm.
humanity killing spray that you get at Home Depot just wasn't cutting it. And he's like, well, why don't you just flamethrower it? And I was like, what do you mean? And then he's like, well, I built a flamethrower. You want to use it? And I was
Oh,
like, yes. Yes, I do. And he's like, well, you gotta buy the the I
what
can't
was it? Propane, kerosene,
oh god, it was quite a while ago, to be
the
honest.
accelerant. Is that what the word you're looking for?
Yeah, you got to buy the compounds, the accelerant, and the flammable stuff and whatnot.
The thing that brings the bang, as it were.
Yeah, but I'll be damned. Like, first of all, it made me hate all video game flamethrowers because none of them were as cool as that flamethrower. Like, flamethrowers in video games are like it's like a misting spray, and then you
Mhm.
have like the digital fire and whatnot, and sometimes it
Oh no,
burns
this is
things.
just like dragon fire.
This is
Like think of
lit.
drag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like spewing lava, like with globules of like just molten, just death, and it
Hmm.
is the coolest fucking thing ever. It's actually really hot, but you know what I mean. It's it looks cool while you're doing it. Like somebody, YouTube some like real flamethrowers, and you'll see what I mean because it's liquid fire. It is liquid fire. It is so cool. It's beyond cool, actually.
Yeah, I've shot some pretty cool things. I've done some pretty cool weapons and whatnot. But I I've shot, sorry, uh machine guns, 50 cal machine guns, sniper rifles. I've shot a whole
Yep.
bunch of things. I have not yet put my hands on a flamethrower because one, it's against the Geneva Convention, and most of my weapons were fired while I was in the military.
Hmm.
Uh, I have allegedly, maybe possibly, uh, blown off a car door.
Okay.
uh, I also maybe
You
perhaps
what'd you blow up that car door with?
stick of dynamite.
Jesus. Okay.
Overkill for sure. We were in the quarry allegedly. I don't know if the statute of limitations for explosives. I don't know what it is, so I'm not gonna make myself incriminate myself just in case. But allegedly, there was a quarry. There was a someone might have left a car in said quarry.
Hmm.
Uh, someone might have had about a stick of dynamite. I'm not going to say it was. It was roughly maybe a stick of dynamite. It was big,
Hmm.
a lot of power, and maybe just maybe someone opened the car that car door, put that said stick of dynamite in the car door, and set a charge.
Now,
And
have you seen the television series Lost, good sir?
I have a few times.
Okay.
Not the biggest fan. We've already talked about that.
Do you remember the first season?
I do.
And there was a Dr.
It
Arnst.
it it does sweat nitroglycerin. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh huh.
Well, alrighty then. I just thought I would point that out, and I'm glad that you
Oh,
did
I
not
know.
blow up. Allegedly
No,
blow up, of course.
allegedly,
Yeah.
perhaps, possibly.
Hmm. Oh my gosh.
I did hit somebody with a potato from a potato gun, though. I
Oh
have done
wow.
that. Yeah, it wasn't like I aimed for him. I didn't mean it. He just was. It was a freak accident,
Hmm.
but he caught a spud to like the side.
Ooh.
It bruised the shit out of him.
Was it close
Like
range?
no, it was far. It had some distance, so the velocity increased, and
Hmm.
you know.
Have I we're getting totally off here, but like have I divulged my potato gun story?
No, I love potato guns, and I
Okay.
will make them myself as well.
So, I was a young boy in the Boy Scouts, and me and my troop were at a summer camp, which sadly is now defunded and defunct, called Camp Hobus. So if you're a Boy Scout in Washington State, you fucking been to Camp Hobus. Probably the best of the Boy Scout summer camps in the state, because it's like a real fucking camp, and they actually had funding and stuff at the time. I guess, I don't know, since I've been gone, whatever, it's defunded and gone back to land or some shit. I don't know. It's sad, but anyway, the second time I went to Camp Hobus, the Boy Scouts, I was probably like, I don't know, 16, 17, maybe somewhere in there. So Camp Hobus is a camp, and it's built around a lake, and it's like a good sized lake, for like a camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And on one end of the lake, there's docks where like people would like learn how to swim and all that sort of stuff. And then on the other side, at this particular year that I'd gone, there's a brand new dining mess hall that's like a big old sheet metal like barn granger thing.
Oh, okay, like a they build it out of metal and it's like kind of folky looking. Like that's what I'm guessing.
Like a square building that's open on two sides, like completely, and then the roof is like slanted.
Okay, like a pagoda almost, or like a pagoda is like an awning or a patio, maybe.
Yeah, but that could like fit 300 people.
Okay, so bigger shit. Got it.
Yeah, because it's a camp, and when you eat at summer camp, it's fucking everybody,
Yeah.
So I got woken up in the middle of summer camp's week long. I got woken up, I think it was Wednesday, and it was like 1 a.m. And I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Why are you waking me up? And it was some of my buddies in my patrol, and actually 2 of their fathers. And I was like, oh crap, what did somebody do? Because, the fathers are like the adult responsible people. And they're like, come with us, Tim, come with us. And I was like, oh, okay. And so we walked in the middle of the night, and we walked down to the docks. And we're like, what are we doing? And I was always the younger one in the patrol. And they're like, you know what a potato gun is? And I was like, I have no idea what a potato gun is. What is it? Does it shoot potatoes? And then they're like, oh yeah. And my buddy Jeremy, who's actually my coworker now in real life and present, who's also known for like lighting things on fire and things exploding like all the goddamn time. Pyromaniac, that one.
Yeah, we all have a friend like that.
He's out on the docks, and his father, who I've seen him discipline my buddy Jeremy multiple times for burning down like cabin doors and all sorts of things. And he says to him, he's like, did you bring the hairspray? And he's like, yes, I did. And then they pull out of like this giant bag this white, like it was fucking a giant ass potato gun. Like it's this long ass potato gun. Took like 3 of us to like hoist it up or whatever, and it had like a tripod and shit. And I was like,
potato howitzer, as it were.
I guess, sure. And and they explained, there's like a chamber, and you put the gas in, and it increases the pressure, and you have a potato, and it's just a bit bigger than the end of the tube, so it creates pressure, and then it thumps the potato out the other end. And we're at the dock on the other side of the lake, and we start shooting these potatoes, in the lake, and it's thum sploosh, thum sploosh. Well, Jeremy, being the pyromaniac that he is, all we hear is this opens up another bottle, and he's like going at it for like a while, and
I know where this is going.
Do you?
I have a feeling.
And then we light it. We have a hard time lighting it, and everybody Matt's there. And I'm like, light it, Matt. And he's like, I'm trying, man. And then finally, and then nothing happens for a while, and we're like, is it broken? And we hear, thum! No water splash. And we're like, where did it go? And about as we're wondering where it goes, we just hear this clang, and we're like, and it's like line of sight from the dock to the dining hall that was newly built at the time at the other end of the lake.
Mm.
And as soon as we hear this clang on, we see like lights turn on and stuff at the other end of the lake.
Mm.
And we're like, oh shit! So back up the data gun and hightail it back to our campsite. But it was good.
We could have killed somebody that day.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, like it cleared the lake. The lake was like, I mean, I don't know. I may be embellishing because I was younger at the time, but the lake was at least a couple of miles long. Like
Yeah, those things have some pop to them.
Yeah, especially pour like fucking 2 canisters of hairspray in them.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite ridiculous. Anyways, dynamites and flamethrowers, reeling it back in to what Tesla and his SpaceX team did this week. I assume you saw, good sir.
I did.
So, as most of the world knows, Elon Musk, very rich and very genius individual, who's one of the chief proprietors of the privatized space industry called SpaceX. They launched their first heavy rocket called a Falcon 9 that's designed to travel to Mars. And they launched it with one of his he's also the owner of the company Tesla, and they launched it with a ritzy 2018 Tesla Roadster. And this is significant for a lot of reasons. One, it was a complete success all the way around the board. Like there was one bit when the Falcon 9 launched where they lost communications with the rocket, CPU wirelessly for a while.
Never want that.
Yeah, that's bad. But it came back on. And it's significant for several reasons. One, the booster rockets, as most people, even if you have a cursory knowledge of space travel as it exists today in 2018, space stuff has not evolved at all since the 70s, really, especially in the United States space race, if you even still want to call it that, more like a space turtle crawl, I guess. It's all been the same tech, same designs, same rockets and stuff, and it works, but it's all old tech, and booster rockets of old rockets, you have a giant rocket, you have a shuttle that's attached to it or your payload, and your giant rocket gets you up in atmosphere, and then actually, I might have that wrong. Anyway, there's 3 rockets typically. There's a giant ass rocket that you're strapped to. It goes up, and you got 2 booster rockets that help get shit up, and those 2 booster rockets fall off as well as the big rocket. Now, what's significant about this Falcon 9, other than the fact that it's completely privatized, governments were not involved in its funding or design at all, was that these fucking rockets not only boosted up and detached, but they fucking returned to the ground, landing upright like a fucking boss. And it was the most glorious thing, and like made a lot of people happy. And the future of privatized space flight is it's definitely looking real fucking bright. That's for sure.
Elon Musk was like, "Oh, that's cute. You guys, you lose your rockets. They fall into the ocean.
Yeah, what a waste.
Mine come back to me and land perfectly, so I can launch them again."
Yeah, right. This is so good. I was
all the while dating Johnny Depp's ex.
Oh, is that? I have no idea about his personal life. Is that who he's?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta look this up.
Yes.
Elon Musk.
That and he did the cool flamethrower that is just the most awesome idea of ever. That it's pretty dope if you think about it. Now, Tim, my question, this might be a rabbit hole that you might not want to go down. Do you think we went to the moon?
It's so funny. Me and my coworker slash Boy Scout friend Jeremy, we talk about this all the time. Believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Um, I personally think that we have gone to the moon, but I also think that there is a stupid amount of misinformation and
Mm-hmm.
extra stuff and several space missions that have definitely not been declassified, that are quote unquote canceled, but those really happened. That's my personal thought on that. Um,
I oh
yeah,
boy, here
I
we
take
go.
it you don't.
Not that I don't think we did, just I don't think. I mean, definitely what we saw didn't happen
Okay.
for sure. That was all shenanigans. I
Okay.
think it was all like stock footage.
Okay.
Uh, if we went to the moon, cool, that's awesome. If we didn't go to the moon, why lie?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not saying I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I'm just saying, you might want to make people think that you're better than Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't we gone back?
Well, that is definitely an intense question. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, the most obvious answer, and people are going to hate me for this, is because there's Decepticons up there. But beyond that,
Well, there is something up there. It's called the Van Allen radiation belt, and you got to go through it to get to the moon.
mm-hmm.
And I mean, you can probably put two and two together. What it is, it's a big old belt of radiation. And the last thing that got sent up there was a dog. Notice I used the term "was" because it came back a puddle of jelly.
Mm.
Uh, as like I, I'm not. I like listening to conspiracy theories because they make me giggle.
Mm-hmm.
As for conspiracy theories, that might be the only one that I can see being like, yeah, that makes sense. Like 9/11, even though I've never seen any of the footage because I was in boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, that's not that. Come on now, that wasn't an inside job. Knock it off. While the government has done false flags, whatever, flat Earth, I, I don't even want to. Most of flat Earth people, I just look at them like, what, how are we in the year of 2018, and you think that the Earth is fucking flat? Come on, dude. Um, I yeah, conspiracy theories make me giggle. I'll put it that way. All conspiracy theories make me giggle.
Mm.
But we can just move on to Elon. We can keep going with Elon Musk.
We need to do like a whole episode on conspiracy theories.
Oh, and just talk about all the good ones.
Yeah, because like like um, I grew up with X Files. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And like X Files as a kid fucking terrified me. Like like I would have nightmares about this shit that would go on X Files,
Mm-hmm.
particularly the alien abduction one.
Oh, dude, Fire in the Sky. Oh, that movie. Do you know that movie, right? Fire in the Sky.
I'll be
You
honest, I'm drawing a blank at the moment.
uh,
I'm googling.
it's
Googling.
okay. Yeah, it's the reason why I have a weird thing with my eyes. There's a scene the guy gets abducted by aliens. He ends up like he's covered with this weird plastic wrap.
Mm-hmm.
He's like screaming. It like opens his eye, and then this thing like slowly descends towards his eyeball, and then gets like right above his eye. You hear it go ee, and then a white hot needle hits his eyeball. I freaked the fuck out as a kid.
Okay, I've actually never heard of this film, and it looks awesome. It's got fucking the Terminator in it,
Yeah.
and a bunch of good actors. Hang on. It's another aside as we dive into this fucking extra helping of fork in your ear.
Mm-hmm.
When you're trying to find something to stream, have you heard of the website called Just Watch?
No.
Okay, well you need to fucking. It's also an app on your iPhone. Just Watch.
Just
Yeah,
watch.
justwatch.com. So it pops up, and it's a streaming search engine. You click your country, and then you type in whatever you're looking for, and it tells you where it's available for streaming for free and if not, where you can go to rent it or buy it.
No
And
shit.
it covers Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Yahoo, HBO, CW, Google Play, Stars, Apple, Fandango, Vudu, CBS, Showtime, FX Now, Tubi TV, PlayStation TV, Microsoft, MaxGo, Filmstruck, HBO Go, ABC, Crackle, AMC. I don't know what this fucking logo is. It's a penguin thing. I'm looking at it right now. NBC, Epix, History, Annie, Lifetime, some sort of S logo, SX, Acorn TV, Sundance TV, Bitbox, some sort of blue logo called Guide Doc, Realize Movie, and Netflix Kids.
Wow.
It covers it all, bro. So I'm gonna type in Fire in the Sky because now I want to see it. Fire in the Sky, 1993.
Yep, that's about right.
And it's available for streaming for free on Tubi TV, but it has ads, and you can rent it on all the major things and buy it on all the major things. Only $6? Oh wow, I could just fucking buy it then. Okay, so I'm gonna check that shit out for sure.
I'm quite sure I can find the scene on YouTube and send it to you, so that way you can see.
Oh
what
no,
I'm
no,
talking about.
I don't want the scene. I want to see it now. Like I am convinced.
Okay, it's the reason why I have eye issues. Like when things go near my eye, I freak out.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny the things that like terrified us as a kid. Like the Terminator genuinely scared the fucking shit out of me as a kid, and I would wake up screaming, thinking that the Terminator was going to murder me. And my mom would have to like reassure me that I'm not John Connor. and that like there's no reason for time traveling robots to kill me.
I was afraid of Charlie Chaplin as a kid.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Terrified me.
Huh. That's bizarre.
Yeah. It's weird things that you're afraid of as a kid.
Huh. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But yeah, no, X-Files is terrifying me. X-Files is so weird because it would terrify me and give me nightmares, but I could not stop watching. You know, and I've seen all of the episodes of X-Files at least several times. Are you an X-Files guy? Have we talked about that?
Yeah. I like it. I enjoy it. Yeah. Like police things, like police shows, I don't really like. And I mean, true, X-Files wasn't really police.
Yeah.
But it had like, the investigation type thing.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's a product of the era it's in. You know, air quotes police procedurals where they're investigating something and somebody's got to get found out is definitely a well-established thing in TV, as well as also thoroughly known to be one of the more profitable genres.
Oh yeah,
of TV. But yeah, I'd say to those people who are like, yeah, I don't really want to see that in X-Files. I would. There's a list online where you can just watch the like primary main storyline throughout all the seasons, like all the specific like alien ones.
So there's no filler episodes.
Yeah, you don't get any of that filler shit.
No monster of the week, as it were.
Yeah, none of that shit. Because that was definitely a show that had a monster of the week.
Oh yeah.
Whether that monster was human was, subject to whether or not.
Leechman, whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about the white guy, the succubus thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody remembers that. Oh, that show.
Elon Musk launched into space.
Yeah, Elon Musk launched shit into space.
Just imagine the aliens if they find that. Who set what is this thing?
Oh my god, there is so many memes going around right now, particularly on Reddit about that launch, because it's a red Tesla Roadster and there's like a future, I think it's the future concept astronaut suit of SpaceX.
Yeah.
Which is very reminiscent of the one from the fantastic Ridley Scott movie / book, The Martian. Which I assume you've seen.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Also, David Bowie's music, I think, right? Was it David Bowie?
What?
He launched somebody's music. It was. I don't remember who it was. I remember seeing
Who?
that.
Elon?
Yeah, for the SpaceX launch.
Yeah, it was. Um, I don't know. This should be easy enough to Google. Um, Falcon 9 launch music. Um, uh, that's surprisingly cannot seem to find that. You'd think you'd be able to find. Let me see if this thing CNET here. Um,
Hmm.
uh, um, how does it not? Oh, it's a Starman song, which is the name
Yeah,
of
okay.
the dummy in there after the David Bowie song.
Okay. Well, I know it had something to do with Bowie.
Yeah. There's an interesting quote he said here, Elon did, um, where he said, crazy things can come true. I didn't think this would really work. When I see the rocket lift off, I see 1,000 things that could not work, and it's amazing when they do. So that's cool.
Yeah. We totally have Tony Stark.
Yeah, I mean, did you know that Elon Musk was already in an Iron Man film?
He was in the I want to say second, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he like Elon Musk goes up to shake his hand and he's like, "Oh, I'm such a big fan." And Tony's like, "I don't have time," and just brushes him off.
Oh, isn't it ironic?
It's so funny we don't remember that. But anyway, Elon's an interesting, fascinating guy. Also, well known. He's a super big video gamer
Mm-hmm.
and big fan of No Man's Sky. Actually,
That makes sense.
yeah. Apparently, he met with um, Sean Murray, the head No Man's Sky designer coder, before the game was out, and like they had a very. I mean, obviously they're really fucking smart people, both of them. But I guess they had several meetings, so that's funny.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So Fire in the Sky movie. I'm gonna check out. Elon Musk is the fucking man, and he's Jesus shit. His net worth is a lot.
Oh yeah.
How much do you think his net worth is?
um, man, uh,
Take us.
definitely a bill. Definitely over $1 billion.
Okay. You think it's just 1 billion?
No, I think it's like 4 or 5.
Okay. Would you be shocked if I told you it was 20 billion?
No, but I could believe it.
Yep. As of last month, I guess his net worth is 20 billion.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, because he's CEO of SpaceX, CEO of Tesla, CEO of Neuralink, which I don't even know what that is.
Sounds like some altered carbon type shit, right?
Right? Which is another thing we should just start talking about. He's chairman of something called Solar City and co-chairman of OpenAI. So what the fuck is Neuralink? Neuralink is it's only implantable brain computer interfaces.
Oh,
Sure.
okay, no.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, nothing to worry about here.
And
Just
Solar City makes all the residential solar panel stuff via Tesla. Oh, the power wall, the power station, and the giant batteries that power your home. Okay. Um, and then OpenAI, I think is just OpenAI, which has been around for a little while now. Yeah, no biggie.
no big. Just just computers that go in your brain.
Yeah, well, and SpaceX. SpaceX is pretty important too.
Yeah, SpaceX is very important.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah.
20 billion. Could you just imagine having $20 billion?
Well, I mean that's your. So I don't
net worth.
I don't understand fucking
different.
economics, but net worth is different than money in your pocket. I think net worth includes like all the shit that he's like responsible for or something. God damn it! Now I gotta fucking look it up because I feel stupid. Google, save my ass. What's the definition?
Google is a podcaster's best friend, folks. If you didn't know that.
Net worth is an accounting term. Is defined as your total assets minus your liabilities.
Okay. Think about what you just said. Minus your liabilities.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How much are his liabilities?
I mean, he's fucking launching rockets into space, and he's got autonomous driving cars and brain computers. So fucking, I don't know.
A lot, probably, you would guess, right? One would hazard to guess that his liabilities are intense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those rockets alone. I mean.
Yeah. You're launching shit into space that could. You're launching a bomb into space.
Sure.
In essence, right?
Yeah. I mean, if anybody's gonna help us get to the moon and get to Mars, it's fucking SpaceX, man. I mean, they're. And it's sad because I'm a big old school fan of NASA, you know, and I've been to Florida and I've seen the launch sites and Cape Canaveral and all that sort of stuff, and like I love NASA. And it's absolutely completely tragic what has happened to NASA in the last I guess 9-10 years. Just super sad.
Are you familiar with Operation Paperclip?
I feel like I should be. To Google again.
Basically, long and short, right after World War II, the government went and grabbed a bunch of Nazi scientists, including Wernher von Braun, who is who started NASA, and brought them over and was like, "Hey, you work for us now." And I don't recall the foundation, but they said if Wernher von Braun was still alive, they would bring him up on wartime charges. It was we could definitely have a podcast where we just talk about weird conspiracy theories and weird facts.
We need to do that. That needs to happen. That needs to be on the books. Okay. We did space. We did several conspiracies slightly.
Oh yeah.
Where the fuck are we pivoting the show to now? Where are we at? What's happening?
Some weird shit. I got my puppy.
Oh, okay. We're going to puppies. All right.
Puppy.
If that first 50 minutes was too dark for you, now puppies.
Puppies. Got an Alaskan Malamute. He is 12 weeks old today.
Okay.
I want to name him Saint 13 because I'm a Destiny fan. The girlfriend, she's naming him Pete, so his name is Pete. Every guy with a girlfriend's like, yeah, that's a smart move, bud. That's a smart move. Way to go, Mike. He is 40 pounds already. He's a tank. His mom was 90 pounds and his dad was 110. So we got a big boy. I had to drive about 3 hours away.
That's pretty decent to get a dog.
Yeah. Into the mountains of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It was a decent trip, but I wanted to have we wanted to have a good time, so I rented a car. Please don't chew on that. Now,
what do you mean don't chew on that?
He's chewing on the wire.
Oh, I thought you were like, don't chew on the fact that I rented a car to drive 3 hours. Because I would have been immediately like, I drive an 82 Datsun. I know that renting a car is the right move.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I drive a 97 Malibu. Trust me, I fucking know. Okay? So I go and we get a 2015 Camry.
Yeah.
Which is way nicer than my car. Okay. So we're driving. And I'm like, oh man, Dan Marino should get this car, but not this car. I'm gonna fuck this car up. And my girlfriend loses her mind.
Yeah.
Laughing hard.
About what?
And what I just said.
Oh.
The Dan Marino should get this car, not this car, because I'm gonna fuck this car up. And then I find out that she's never seen a Bad Boys movie.
Well,
right? So I'm
sad.
like, and then I go right in the hot fuzz. You ain't seen Bad Boys 2?
Oh no. Woosaw.
Yeah,
I got a woosaw for that.
Yeah, she's never seen any of that. So I'm like, babe. And she's like, what makes you think that I would watch that movie? And I'm like, touche. So fast forward to today.
I mean, does she not like Will Smith?
No, she doesn't like cop things either. But she doesn't like all cop shows. I like, shit, Will Smith is great.
Will Smith is great in everything, even in Suicide Squad, which I think is a fucking travesty.
And we talked about that. We already talked about how Will Smith does no wrong to me.
Yep.
Right?
That's true.
So we're driving, and we stop in Lancaster, which is in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a Lancaster in California as well. So we go and we have a great time. We get Sonic because fucking I love Sonic.
Sonic is not bad stuff.
Sonic is not bad.
You know what's really funny about Sonic? Other than the fact that they do pair themselves with Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega, which is kind of a weird happy coincidence if you kind of think about it. They're like, oh, there's a fucking mascot. Oh shit, we need a mascot.
Yoink.
But no, the weird thing about that is because I'm probably the biggest Sonic the Hedgehog fan you will ever meet in your life. We never had a Sonic burger in Washington State until about 8 years ago.
Really?
But we saw ads for them all the fucking time on TV, and I was like, "What the fuck is this Sonic shit? Where's it at?" Like I don't get it. But yeah, I got a Sonic like just down the street from me.
Nice. Yeah. As everybody know, I went keto and then I stopped going keto because I threw up black and my liver was shutting down. That's why I threw up black.
But
my liver was
but everybody
down.
didn't know that. We've talked about it.
We'll talk about that later on.
Oh, okay.
So, my life was really weird this week.
Yeah.
So we're driving and we have to go into the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're driving, we are having the conversation of what kind of individual this guy is. Lancaster is for the dog, yeah. So we're guessing like, oh, he's one of those, I don't want to say hillbillies, but he's a hill person. So we're like, I'm like, no, he's Amish. For sure he's Amish. I've talked to him on the phone. He's Amish. We get there and it's Children of the Corn.
Okay.
There's kids dressed in, I don't know if you're familiar with how Amish people dress, but they have the hats and oh yeah.
Man, I've seen what's that awful reality show where it was Ice Goes Amish, or what's his name?
Oh yeah, okay.
The rapper guy?
Yeah. Vanilla Ice Goes Amish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both seasons, bitches.
So we get there, everything's good. I give him the money for the dog. He's like, I'm gonna go get him. And we're like, okay, cool. Totally go get him. He comes out carrying what looks to be a baby bear. And I hear my girlfriend go, oh, fuck. And I look and I'm like, oh, fuck, he's huge.
Yeah.
And then, he's 42 pounds, 40 pounds.
I mean, I guess it is pretty big for a puppy.
That's big for a 3-month-old puppy, yeah.
Yeah.
So we get him in the car. He's never been in the car, so he throws up several times. And we get him home, introduce him to my German Shepherd, Bella, and everything's good. How'd
the German Shepherd take it? So this is a German Shepherd person question.
Yeah.
So my first German Shepherd, Bailey, rip, he like hated all people that was not his family. Like he did not give a fuck whether it's animal or other person. He would just go attack.
Okay.
The current dog, which you might be able to hear barking, God damn it, shut up, Zephyr. He's like, I swear to God, it's a German Shepherd, but he has the brain of a lab.
Mm-hmm.
At least sometimes, it seems like.
If it makes you feel any better, my German Shepherd's my service dog, so she's really good. The only things she doesn't like, and this is weird, she does not like squirrels, and she hates horses.
Now, when you say your service dog, what like from the military or like a service dog?
For my my PTSD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's my I guess emotional support animal would be the best way to, I guess, is the way everybody puts it, but I say service dog.
Fair enough. Do you take Bella with you everywhere?
I take her a lot of places.
Oh, okay.
Well, not anymore. She's starting to get hip dysplasia, so I can't. She
Yeah.
doesn't walk quite good,
Yeah.
and it's killing me because
Zephyr
she's my baby.
Zephyr's already there. In fact, last night, so there's a spiral staircase in my house, and I was brushing my teeth, and Zephyr is downstairs because that's where the fire is, because it's it's winter over here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he's been for the last 2 years or something. He's been like, you ever seen like like the dog will do that like hop with like two legs forward
Mm-hmm.
thing because they can't do the
Yep.
shoulder roll thing anymore. So anyway, he was at the bottom of the stairs last night, and he was like, "Woo," and it was like
the German Shepherd talk.
It was like real quiet. And well, see, that's the thing though. Zephyr doesn't make those noises, so it freaked me out. So I came over and I was like, "What's going on, buddy?" And he was like staring. There's like a tall, narrow window, and it looked to me like he was just sort of like tired, woofing at his own reflection. And I was like, "Are you woofing at yourself? Like what's going on, buddy?" And yeah, it was really weird. And like I went back to like brush my teeth like 3 times, and he would go.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on, buddy? What's up? And he wouldn't. So I'm like, well, fine, fuck you. Sit down here. Stop making that noise. And I say that with like a lot of love. I'm not like, I'm not at all mean to like puppies or anything. I love dogs. So don't give me any of that internet. It's like
real hard not to love a German Shepherd too.
It's true. I don't get people who can't like love puppies, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess there's the thing of like, you can be allergic to dogs. Like I know a friend of the show who's also been on the show, Adam Burgess, his wife is allergic to dogs.
Okay.
But they got a one of those like non-shedding Pomeranian no allergy dogs.
Yeah.
Which
I was gonna say one of the hypoallergenic ones.
Yeah. Which are fine. It's I don't know. Because I've only grown up with big dogs. I'm like, a dog is big.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a small dog, it's not a dog. It's something else.
Yeah, it's a rat.
It's a baby llama or a goat or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sorry. Go stealing your thunder here. Go on about.
There's no thunder stolen.
Okay.
I know how to introduce a dog to another dog, especially when it's established, like Bella is with us.
Mm-hmm.
We took her outside. I had her on a leash, even though she's not leash. She doesn't need to be on a leash, which clued her in that something was up when I put her collar on her.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Hey, what's going on?" She was like looking around, all confused. We took her out. She, they smelled each other. They had their little back and forth. He is so full of energy, and she is an old lady. She's my golden girl.
Mm-hmm.
So she basically has none of it. His little energy, she has none of it. She's like, "Come on, kid." Yeah. She'll growl, but she won't bare teeth.
Yeah.
If that makes like the
yeah.
She grumbles.
Yeah, old dog, like,
yeah,
fuck y'all. Like, I'm the old man here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she they're fine. They have they've had a little back and forth. They slept in the same today they were in the same bed. Like, we got them dog beds and stuff, but they had the same bed. Like, she was laying down, he like came and like laid his head on her, and I'm like, oh my god. I look over, my girlfriend's in tears.
Oh, is that what you were texting me about yesterday? She's crying about?
No, she cried because he made a noise. Like, Alaskan Malamutes don't bark; they woo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've never heard him bark. I don't think they bark. Like, from everything I've read, they don't bark; they woo. Like they bay like a wolf.
Yeah, because they're like
Yeah, close.
wolf descendant or whatever.
They're wolfish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was, yeah, it was great. They had a little bit of back and forth today. We're housebreaking him, so that's always fun. You know how long that takes for a dog to get housebroken?
I actually don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So every dog I've had, which is just the two, they were always Bailey was a rescue.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like he's already a teenager.
So he was already established and set.
Yeah, and then Zephyr came already housebroke from another family. I think we got him in his tweens or whatever, because the family just couldn't afford to keep the dog anymore. He actually came from a really good family. Like the family was really nice at all. Yeah. But the dude had just lost his wife and he had like 4 kids.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, I don't have time. I don't have time or money. Shit's rough right now.
Understood.
Yeah. So, but it made him and his little girls happy that he was going to like a good home. And I have a big yard presently. So, he's still young when we got him. But I mean, he's not young now, but because of all the wonderful German Shepherd problems.
Yeah.
But, that really pisses me off. Like, can somebody fix that part of the breed? Thank you very much.
It's bred
God
into them.
Damn it. Well, can somebody breed it out?
I don't think so. I think it's deep in like their genetics. You know what I mean? Like I think it's really deep into their core of their being that they have that slopey hip. You know, that's why they get it. It's because if you look at their back, their hips slope in.
Yeah.
That's how I just told my vet because we've been having the conversation of if she gets real bad, it's going to have to happen. Like I've been telling Jess about it. Like, hey, you know what's going to happen, right? And she's like, I know. And I'm like, what's going to happen with me, right? And she's like, oh, I know. And I'm like, I'm not going to be any type of way. I'm going to be bad for a while because, like I said, I've raised her as from a pup. Like we got her early by accident.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely what I want to do. When eventually, I get married and have my own family. I want a pup. Like I want it like built into the family. And I've been fortunate with the last 2 German Shepherds that they became family. But yeah, it should definitely.
And this is the first puppy Jess, my Jess has ever had.
Yeah.
So it's new to her. It takes, they say it takes probably, if I could be honest, to be fully housebroken about 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Without any accidents. And I mean, he's had a few accidents already, but I'm like a psycho now because I'm outside with him on his little lead and he has a little harness on and he went poop today outside after he woke up. And I was like, yes, way to go, Pete. Way to poop outside. Way to be a big boy. And I was giving him treats.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh man, if somebody's listening to me, I sound like a crazy person.
No, you don't. You just sound like a fucking person who loves his fucking dog. God damn it.
I love this.
You know what I mean?
This already.
I gotta say, in looking at the pictures you sent me, which are adorable because he's adorable, he looks like a little baby wolflink, like from Twilight Princess.
Holy shit! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because like my wolf link amiibo is to my left on my mini fridge right now, and I'm looking at your dog. He's got the white snout. He's got black around everything else. He's got black, and then he's white as it gets lower. He's fucking baby wolf link.
He does look like Wolf Link.
You should just start adding names until he's got like 1,000 names.
Well, I mean,
Wolf Link, Peter Parker.
He's AKC. He's an AKC dog, so we have to register him. We register.
What is an AKC?
American Kennel Club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could take him to dog shows if we wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Like he has a pedigree and a lineage and all that, so I can trace him back to like 3 generations, I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but he is and that they typically don't register the dog under what their name is. They give him like a registered name, like an AKC name. And I'm like, I want to name him so many different names
Mm-hmm.
and have so much fun with him.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I'm looking at him like we're gonna go running. We're gonna have fun.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to because you know what kind of dog you have. You have a dog that's built in to just run fucking all day tirelessly.
Yeah.
Like they are a sturdy fucking breed.
Yeah, he's a tank. He's gonna be
Because I'm looking at the Wikipedia right here, and it's saying a full male can sled carry anywhere between 1,100 pounds to 3,300 pounds. Like what? Fucking A. Dog's a champ.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's my baby. He's I'm talking about you. But today during RNG cast, he bit me in my inner thigh.
Oh shit!
Because he's teething, not on purpose. He's teething, and he sees the hunk of he sees like the seam, and he chews on it because he has little baby teeth.
Yeah.
And he bit me. I was like, God damn! I thought he cut me open because they have puppies have little daggers for teeth.
Yeah.
And it hurt real bad.
Yeah.
But he's already in a spot. As you've seen my the podcast setup that I have. Now he is directly to my left in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just sitting there. I'm like, that's where you're going to be for the rest of your life, bud.
Yep.
And Bella is to my right, sitting in between in that gap where my desk starts that I can walk into. That's where she is.
Is Bella always usually there when we're recording?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Bella doesn't leave my side.
Right on.
At all. So she's she doesn't leave my side. Typically. And now Pete is the same way.
Sweet. All right, so we
puppies,
jump to puppies.
Space,
I guess I'll jump on the so we're definitely not sportsy here on the podcast at all. However, the Super Bowl did happen, and it happened last weekend.
It did.
Yes, and somebody lost and somebody won. But more importantly than that, there's a lot of cool kick-ass movie trailers.
Tons of kick-ass movie trailers. Oh, and also Philadelphia almost burned to the ground. But
did it?
Okay. People were pulling. People were on top of awnings that aren't load supporting.
Oh Jesus!
People were taking down lamps, like light posts. Oh, it was just shenanigans ensued. It's Philadelphia. It's what happens.
I mean, I guess I've never been to Philly, but okay.
We throw batteries inside of snowballs at Santa.
What the fuck? What does that even mean?
They put batteries in. They put D batteries inside of a snowball and threw them at Santa Claus. Cinderklaus, Saint Nicholas.
I don't understand.
I don't either. I don't understand.
Like, does the battery make the snowball like electrified?
No, it makes it heavy, so you get hit by a battery.
Well, I feel like an electrified snowball would be much cooler, but
it would. Actually,
shot balls.
Yeah, that's some Fortnite type shit.
Oh my god, yeah, they need to add that shit for sure. Oh my god.
But yeah, a lot of trailers, a lot of cool commercials.
So, I think and some of those trailers even got like longer, fuller trailers the next day, which is cool. I think probably the one that was most surprising me in how much it pulled me in, because I previously had absolutely zero hopes that Solo, a Star Wars story, would be like even watchable. Like, I was just like, oh god, they're another director, main actors getting fucking acting lessons. They're reshooting 3/4 of the movie. Oh Jesus Christ, this is bad. This is so bad. It's so bad. And the teaser trailer on Super Bowl Sunday, I was like, okay, that looks interesting. Tell me more. And then the full trailer launched on Monday, and not only was I like, okay, tell me more, but I'm like, I'm fucking hyped for this movie now. and I've seen all the complaints. I've seen all the good stuff about this particular trailer. Yeah, Ulrich, whatever the fuck his name is, sort of kind of doesn't look like young Harrison Ford, and he doesn't sound like him, you know. And I think he's got some of the mannerisms down, at least from the trailer. Like obviously that
Mhm.
whole, if you've seen the trailer, go see it. It's not a long trailer, where he's flying the Falcon. And he's like, oh, I thought we were gonna be in trouble there, but it looks like we're okay. We're okay. And then shit hits the fan further. Like that was totally a Harrison Ford like type inflection thing. And I want to say something about, regardless of whether or not he will or will not be good as Han Solo. Um, at the end of the day, it's still another human being playing a previously established character. And when I think of times where that has gone bad, I think of things like, I think of like, the Suicide Squad Jared Leto Joker, whom, supposedly
Mhm.
there's a lot more shot and could have been
A whole
better.
movie's worth.
Yeah, supposedly. I kind of doubt that, but whatever. Um, and when I think of times where you've replaced an iconic actor already, I think the J.J. Abrams Star Trek, the Chris Pine from William Shatner. He didn't do the vocal pattern or the inflections, but he embodied the spirit of the character. And I think, at least for that actor and that particular thing, I think that was an extremely smart thing to do. And I approve of him as the young alternate universe Captain Kirk. So I hope going into Han Solo, I hope that's what we get there. I hope we get someone who gets a little bit of the mannerisms down, as we've seen from the trailers, and just captures the spirit of Han Solo. I don't necessarily personally care so much as like, oh, it has to look like the same fucking person. It has to fucking sound like him. You know what I mean? Like I don't I
But
don't, I don't care about
also, in
that
the
shit.
same respect, he has to make the character his. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that's why I'm giving you
Yeah.
the Chris Pine to William Shatner, because like he didn't meet William Shatner. He didn't like take coaching tips. He was like, I need to do my own thing here,
Hmm.
and I need to like act my ass off, but I need to do it the way I think it should be done. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No one can chew the scenery like William Shatner.
Yeah, that's true. But see, at the same time though, like I say what you will about William Shatner, but I think William Shatner is genuinely a great actor. Like you just have to realize that acting styles change over the
Hmm.
years,
Hmm.
and his acting style in that era was, it was great. And his acting styles even changed over the years. Seen some of his more recent stuff, he's still a great actor. But anyway, that's my point about you know um this Alrich guy playing Han Solo. Which is hilarious because like the whole internet is like, oh yeah, but Donald Glover is totally gonna nail Lando Calrissian because he fucking looks like him. And I'm just like, I hope so. Like we haven't heard him talk.
Yeah.
Like he's already a well-established actor, more so than Ulrich. So I don't even know if I'm saying that name right. Ulrich, is that how you say his name?
Yeah. Ulrich. Ulrich.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a cool name, regardless.
But I think it's awesome. I think we're gonna see it's gonna be very heisty. You
Oh,
know,
that's what got me so hype.
um,
Woody Harrelson's in it, and as we
yeah.
all know, he's my favorite actor ever.
It's so funny because we were talking about that one on the last podcast we did, and it was like, man, heist movies.
I love
Oh,
him.
Woody Harrelson, and I think you even said, man, if there's a heist movie with Woody Harrelson,
I did. I
and it's
did.
it's the fucking Han Solo movie.
I got a job for you. And we get the iconic Wookiee, Chewbacca
Yeah.
scene. We get to see how they came to be.
Well, they already reestablished how that occurred in the Marvel Disney comics. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get a reshot of that particular scene.
Yeah, I mean, in
We'll see.
film,
We'll
it's
see.
still good to see.
And then of course you get Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones. The fucking God, I'm trying to.
Daenerys
Yeah,
Stormborn,
Daenerys
Mother of
Stormborn,
Dragons,
Mother Dragons,
Breaker of
Break Chains.
Chains.
Yeah, there we go. It took me a second. I was like, had to like kind of count how many motherfucking titles she has, and
uh,
she'll be fantastic as always, I'm sure. Um,
I mean, I'm about to say, you do know I'm a Game of Thrones fanboy, right?
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've read
yeah,
the books. I'm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. You ready for that long wait for the final season?
Winter has come. I'm ready.
Well, it's coming next year.
Yeah,
ne-
next August.
next April,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. I know it was an A. It was either August or April. I had a 50-50 shot on that one.
Yeah, I guess. um, so I don't know. I came away. I loved this sort of like rock and roll guitar, like Star Wars trailer music, and that I mean,
The music was great.
I would almost guarantee that that trailer music is just made specifically for the trailer, and there won't be any guitar um in the soundtrack. However, people have pointed out that in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, there's actually like guitar, like rock and roll guitar music in some of the battle scenes, like in the Clone Wars TV show. And now that I thought about it, it's like, oh yeah, that's true. And so the soundtrack for Han Solo, John Williams is doing the theme for Han Solo, but the rest of the movie will be composed um, by a name that I can see in my head, but I'm drawing a complete blank. God damn it. I can't even. John Powell will be composed by the famous John Powell, who's composed everything from Mr. and Mrs. Smith to How to Train Your Dragon to Shrek films to video games. Like he's a fucking great ass composer. And the other thing that's good about him is he does youthful extremely well. So I think his sort of previous pedigree will serve him well in doing, young Han Solo.
Yeah.
And another thing people have been pointing out on the internet is like the Han Solo movie looks like really dark and gritty, even though it looks fun. And I think that that's kind of awesome, to be honest.
It's a heist movie, of course.
Because I think, well, that too, but I think also the one thing that I will say I did love about Rogue One, because as we all know, I don't like Rogue One, was the visuals of that movie were on point.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt like a fucking Star Wars movie through and through, and I feel that definitely here as well.
One of the best closing acts as well.
Well, yeah, the only good part of the movie, but
very true. I can't argue.
Yeah. I think for those eagle-eyed fans of that trailer, I don't know if you caught this, but the Millennium Falcon looks a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the original unmodified Corellian, was it TY9 freighter? I probably got those numbers wrong. Close enough. But have you seen the pictures of like what it looks like?
I haven't seen the pictures. I've seen the trailer.
I mean, did you notice?
Oh, yeah. I could see that it was totally different. The back end's all different. There's no battle damage, obviously.
Yeah. There's like blue racing stripes or some shit on it.
Yeah.
It's all very white. And clean.
One would assume it's meant to be fast.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna shoot you over a picture here so that you can
okay.
see what I was talking about here. But what are your thoughts of the trailer while I'm pulling that up?
Oh man, I was fucking excited when I saw it. We've talked about how my feelings have changed from Star Wars now to what it was originally. Yeah. Han Solo is probably one of the most iconic.
I mean,
obviously one of the most iconic characters in that.
Yeah.
The world exploded with spoiler alert when Kylo stabbed, killed him.
Yep.
I still remember the gasp in the theater when it happened, but I know you never cross a bridge in Star Wars. It never ends well.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian, I am so happy for, because I mean, have you seen any of his stand up?
I have not.
He's very nerd and geek centric. Have you seen Community?
I have not. It's on one of my lists.
Oh my god, it's
I've
so
been
good.
I've been looking for something funny to watch, but
It's Community.
Really?
Community is my version. Is okay. I'm gonna say Community is my version of Office
Mm-hmm.
because my Jessica will watch The Office 3 times a year to completion,
Mm. See, I could never
and
get
not
into The
care.
Office.
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously I've seen it several times now because we've been together for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's to completion 15 times. Uh, I loved it. It's probably my favorite comedy show. I guess would be the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll watch it over and over again.
Mm.
I watch single episodes if I need to.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
I guess I should check it out because I know Dan Harmon, who's one of the co-creators and writers of Rick and Morty, that was
mhm.
his show.
Yes, it's very. You'll see it when you watch it. You're like, oh yeah, I get it now.
Okay.
It's Rick and you'll see the Rick and Morty my late roadmap.
Okay.
It's hard to explain how good it is. Ken Jeong's in it. I mean, Chevy Chase is in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. Joel McHale,
Yep.
everybody's in it. Is fantastic. Um, I also like his music, Childish Gambino. So when I saw him do the pose when he opened his arms, I'm like, yes, fuck yeah, with the little mustache. I'm like, what's up, Billy D? We forgot you were in Batman.
That's
Because we did.
true.
We forgot
Oh yeah.
he was Harvey Dent. We forgot he was
Oh
Harvey Dent,
yeah.
Batman.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I was happy.
Did you get those pictures?
Would you send it through?
Phone.
Okay. I just did, yes. Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's totally different.
Yeah. So the front end is a complete V-shaped. The cockpit is actually smaller and more into the saucer section. And yeah, it doesn't have the sort of like iconic, I don't know what you'd call it, like two wedge shaped nose that you would come to know from the regular Millennium Falcon. But I'm willing to throw down a bet that somewhere in this crazy movie that's obviously going to have a shitload of Millennium Falcon in it, like Han's going to crash that front end into something.
Uh-huh.
and that's why there's that. I mean, we know from the the movies that's where the ramp opens down. How you get up into the ship. But I'd be willing to bet that he crashes that front end into something, and that front end is like broken, but looks a little more iconic, like the rest of the ship by the end of the film.
When it happens, like back it up.
Yeah, back it up. But obviously the coolest thing from the trailer is them outrunning a Imperial Star Destroyer while being chased by TIE fighters, flipping the Millennium Falcon into like a fucking just slapping a TIE fighter into an asteroid while they're going down here, which I guess nerds have pointed out that the thing that we're seeing in the trailer is the infamous Kessel Run.
Oh yeah, you would have to assume you would see the Kessel Run.
Yeah, well, I guess according to like nerds and Wikipedia and stuff, the Kessel Run is like this like long string of space where there's all these black holes going to another dimension. And so I assume that's what the fucking tentacle beast that's coming out of there is all about.
So it's a Tough Mudder of space races?
I guess. I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, either way, I'm excited. I think it could be really good. And ultimately, if anybody has any doubts about this film, a couple of things. One, since Ron Howard took over, Ron Howard has a pretty good track record, I think, as a director. We also probably forget that Ron Howard actually worked with George Lucas way back in the 1972 American Graffiti and starred alongside Harrison Ford. So he probably understands Lucas's directing style from a long time ago in a galaxy far away. But also, as of yesterday, I guess, they were saying that George Lucas stopped by for a set visit, which he hasn't done on the other Star Wars films so far on Solo. and I guess he's only going to stay in for like an hour or something and like greet the crew and whatnot and all that sort of stuff. But I guess he actually directed a scene um, in Solo, a Star Wars story, just one scene involving Han and the Millennium Falcon, I guess. Which has got to be kind of funny if you think about it. Like, so George Lucas hired Ron Howard when he was an actor on American Graffiti and directed him. And then, like, a lot of years later, like, George Lucas helps out with Ron Howard directing a Star Wars movie. Like, that's the symmetry, man. The symmetry.
Also, who would say no?
Right? I guess. I don't know. Maybe fans who are still angry about the prequel trilogy. Sure. But the other reason I think that this has a strong chance of being good, other than the fact that obviously they like retconned the fuck out of the movie, is the movie is written by Lawrence Kasdan. And Lawrence Kasdan wrote Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. Oh, and just this little thing called the original Indiana Jones trilogy.
Oh yeah.
So
little something.
So, you know, and it's actually well documented that the reason there's even a Han Solo movie is because Lawrence Kasdan was like retired, and then they brought him out of retirement to help with Star Wars Episode 7, which of course became Force Awakens. But his condition was that he got to write an origin story for Han Solo, who is, in his quotes all over the internet, his favorite character. So I would think the dude who wrote, you know, some of the best movies of all time, I think it has a good chance of being good.
Yeah.
I feel it in my bones. So that's what I have to say about that.
That wasn't the only trailer we saw, though.
No, it was not the only trailer. What's the other trailer you want to talk about? Because I feel like I've been talking about shit for like a while now.
Well, I mean, we got to see the Deadpool 2 trailer with Cable. We got to see the first look of Cable.
Yep.
We also got a hilarious joke in there.
About Superman's mustache, yep.
The mustache, yeah.
Yep.
We also, got to see Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Being Ryan Reynolds, being Wade Wilson.
Yeah, we got to see... Really what we got to see was Deadpool playing Wade Wilson playing Ryan Reynolds.
Yes. Regeneration powers activate.
Hey, you don't say that.
Say that.
Shut up! Don't tell me what to do.
Made me giggle. Have you seen the still the poster of him?
Oh yeah.
With the splash dance or.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the bullets raining down, and he's just all arched up on the chair. It's hilarious. I think the thing that I love about all of the Deadpool 2 trailers so far is they've been something completely that's not even the movie. You know, like they haven't shown us any real jokes from specifically the movie, which leaves me hopeful that like Deadpool 2 is actually a good sequel, because there's always a chance it won't be. But also the fact that we're gonna go into that movie and we're not gonna know any of like the funny things that are gonna happen in the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like all like the stuff after the stuff that's in the trailers, which was made just for the trailers. You remember the Deadpool Bob Ross one from last year? Hilarious. Had fucking nothing to do with the film, but was funny. Same as this whole thing with Cable, which is pretty great. So we're gonna go into that film, and whatever is funny, like we won't know, until it hits us in the face, probably hard, like Deadpool's nuts. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited that the fucking trailers aren't showing, like they're showing.
May.
Yeah. So okay, so I want to talk about that a little bit. So, is it completely fucking batshit insane that beginning of May 2018 we have Avengers: Infinity War, probably hands down the biggest movie of the year? Like, is there even a question? I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. It has everybody in it. Everybody's in it. I remember, I was with my mom and she was watching the Super Bowl, and that trailer came on, and she's a Marvel person. Like she taught me how to love Marvel, and she knows Marvel characters and stuff, and she's seen all the Marvel movies and stuff. And even the Avengers: Infinity War trailer, the Super Bowl, she went, "How many of them from the previous movies are in this one. And I was like all of them.
All of them?
She was like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. How many is there? Every single one?
All of them.
Name them? Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Yeah.
But no, seriously. So we have Disney's Marvel's Avengers Infinity War, May 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Deadpool 2, Fox, soon to be Disney's Deadpool 2. What, the 15th, the 16th, something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that. And then, still in May, we have Solo: A Star Wars Story on like the 23rd or something.
Yeah. No, that means I'm going to see 3 movies in May. That's what it means.
I mean, yes, that is 100% what it means for people like you and I. But for people who only who don't get to see movies or don't have money or stuff to see movies, that's kind of gay. And then also, I also feel this is super weird. Why in the fuck is Disney betting against themselves with the biggest Marvel movie of all time, hands down, with a Star Wars movie in the same month? That's crazy to me.
They're like, we're Disney. That's basically what they're saying. Like, we don't care. Yeah, come see our movies. You won't be upset.
I mean, probably. I mean, they're probably not wrong. But I mean, it's still kind of crazy. Like, it seems like a strange studio decision. But at the same time, are they just like, hey, we have a movie called Marvel Avengers, and we have a movie called Solo Star Wars. Do we need advertising? Probably not. I guess is that the kind of power they wield? Probably.
100% is the type of power they wield.
Fair enough.
They have all the intellectual properties. Think about it, Tim.
It's true. It's just a matter of time before somehow they absorb Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, not Warner Brothers. Who owns?
Who?
Is AT&T who bought?
Yeah.
Is it AT&T who bought all of the Time Warner stuff?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
AT&T.
Yeah. So yeah, no, they just need to buy AT&T, and then
and then they own everything.
Yeah, and then there's no way they don't make money. On anything. They're just making money. Doesn't matter. Go over to this, go north, making money. Go south, making money. Go west, making money. Go east, making money. Go to parallel universe, we own that
making
too.
Money. Oh, for sure. Power Rangers, we own that.
Well, they don't.
Well, no, that's Disney, right?
No,
that's
they've had agreements with Disney before. It's still owned by Saban.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that man, very smart entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of the Avengers Infinity War trailer, is it weird that I got super nerd erection about that trailer?
No, I did too. I did too. I'd like to know when you got your nerd boner. I'd like to know what part nerd bonered you out.
I feel like I had 2 nerd boners on top of each other, each extending my length just a little bit further.
Okay.
The first one was when, without a doubt in my fucking mind, Iron Man finally has the motherfucking bleeding edge armor that I've only been talking about for fucking 8 years now on my other podcast, Rising Tide of Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, and have been wanting in the film since Iron Man 3. Did you catch that?
I did. You did.
And you know what that armor is?
Is that the nano armor, the armor that he can activate without jumping into it, like Batman Beyond style, or the
I don't know. I think it's more advanced than Batman Beyond. I mean, Batman Beyond, he still had to wear a suit.
Yeah, it's in his watch, right? Is that?
No. This is the one that it's in his bone pores.
It's in his bones?
Yeah, it's in his bones. And they come out of the pores of his skin and create his suit.
Oh, so he can just put his suit on whenever.
He is the suit.
Oh yeah, that just makes it way better.
Yeah. And
Terry
also,
McGinnis,
and also it can transform and shit. And they've already shown that toys have the armor transforming, with fucking Gundam Wing style wings and laser swords and shit.
Okay. All right, you won.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You won, Tony.
So I'm really pleased about that. And I'm a little bit peeved that they waited all the way to Avengers 3. But I guess, I mean, if you're going against the biggest bad, you're going to have the best Iron Man armor. That just
The
makes...
biggest bad also not powered up.
Well, not at least from what we've seen.
Not full power. I
We
don't think
know
he'll be full power.
He'll get powered up.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be, big dick swinging Thanos. I think they're going to push that back until like the second. I think they're going to give Thanos. I want to say at least 2 movies.
Well, I mean, nobody knows what's happening with the 4th Avengers film, other than the fact that it's already filmed. So it is entirely possible that they'll be fighting him in 2 films. But again, I keep bringing back to the fact of the Comic-Con trailer that was leaked, that I have a copy of, where he pulls a moon out of the fucking sky and throws it at the Avengers. I think that's kind of powered up.
Yeah, but he's a Titan. He's already powered up.
Yeah, but he pulls it out of the sky with an Infinity Stone on his gauntlet. So
yeah, we know he's going to have at least 2 stones.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my guess. He'll have 2 and he'll get the third at the third act.
Maybe we'll see. I guess.
Yeah, possibly, of course.
We shall see. But another thing that I caught in the trailer is obviously Vision gets his Infinity Stone ripped out of his skull. Yeah. But there's a scene where he's limping in Avengers HQ and he doesn't have the stone in his skull. Mm-hmm. So I guess he can live without it. So I guess that answers that question. So Vision probably ain't gonna die.
I like Paul Bettany, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
Well, a couple of my favorite characters. I mean, I would say most of his films are great.
I would say, yeah. Every film I've ever seen him in has been great.
He was a great Geoffrey Chaucer from
of course he's the fucking that is the best.
He was a fantastic. I mean, Vision.
Wasn't he like an archangel demon in Legion?
He was an archangel.
Yeah, archangel. Archangel.
Yeah. He was the archangel, one of the archangels.
Yeah.
Excuse me as I pull up the Infinity War trailer again. No, the Infinity War trailer again. That way I can watch it while you're talking about it, so I can get my I can re-up my nerd boner, so I can be 100% accurate. Because I definitely have one. I might actually have more than one.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing, which I thought was fucking fantastic and on point for the character, was it showed Spider-Man not in his Iron Spider armor, but he was basically in space on that circular thing from the previous Infinity War trailer, which tells me that the movie probably opens up with that. Like Thanos just sort of fucking just shows up and the Avengers like, fuck, we are not ready for action yet. That's what that tells me, which is awesome. And also fucking great that Peter Parker would do that and go to fucking space. And for those who's like, oh, Peter Parker can't go to space. Fuck you people. He does it all the goddamn time in the comics.
This is easy.
He rode a fucking space rocket fighting Venom into the atmosphere. Crashed back down. Lived. He's fucking Spider-Man. God damn it.
It's pretty much the best way to put it. He's fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah. Like,
he does whatever a spider can.
It's true.
They say it in the song, people.
Catches thieves just like flies.
Okay, so I guess my nerd boner now. Seeing Captain America's shields.
Yeah, his
the vibranium
Wakandian stabby shield, I guess.
Yeah, the battle shield, I guess would be the best way to put it.
I guess.
A buckler, maybe?
Yeah, a buckler, that's perfect.
That's exactly what a buckler is.
Thank you for knowing what that is.
The buckler. And oh man, listen, I literally said, "Oh fucking god," when on the scene where Doctor Strange is doing his magic hand motions, and as the spell's completed, Iron Man comes just flying in the frame. He's like, "Thanks, Doc," and grabs the spell, which I'm thinking is going to be a cool ass duo move. And that was the nerd boner.
Yeah. So have you heard the insane fan theory that's going around right now since that Super Bowl spot?
No.
So I guess in like one frame there, like Thor looks like he's like maybe building like a new Mjolnir hammer, or perhaps an axe, because I guess he gets an axe at some point in the comics.
He also gets a sword.
Yeah, probably. He probably gets a lot of different weapons.
Yeah.
But anyway, people were theorizing that not only is he going to have an axe in the thing, but the wooden handle will be made of Groot. I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean,
it's just a theory. It seems kind of crazy.
There's gonna be some dead ones. There's gonna be some dead. There's gonna be some kills. Okay, Hawkeye probably gonna die.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, probably. He's human.
Jeremy Renner, I'm sorry, you're gonna die. Not in real life, but your character.
Probably Black Widow. The human characters are probably
for
dead.
sure. Drax is definitely gonna die.
Oh, you think Drax is gonna die?
His main goal in life is to kill Thanos. You don't think he's gonna take a shot at Thanos the first chance he gets?
I mean, I agree, but I kind of feel like when they do kill Thanos, whether it is in this movie or the next movie, it'll be Drax and Nebula. Because I think from a thematic standpoint, that delivers the most punch. Killed by his daughter, and
killed by the guy who swore that he would kill him.
Yeah, after murdering his family.
Yeah, I get it, but I see Loki might go.
Yeah, I think Loki's dead.
I mean, he did get the army from Thanos.
I think two things. I think Thanos is going to be using Loki because it seems like he's running around with the Black Legion of Thanos in the trailers. I think Loki's like, he's
being Loki. He's playing both sides.
Well, of course, because that's what he does for survival.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's like Thanos is like, you owe me, bitch.
Yeah.
So that's a thing.
I gave you an army,
and you fucked up so bad. So I think that's a thing. Actually, would it be hilarious if Thanos used that staff that controls minds on Loki?
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. That could also be a thing.
That is the Mind Stone, right?
And then it'll also be 3 Avengers movies for 3, all with different forms of mind control. It's a theme.
It's a hat trick.
It's true. Yeah, so that's cool. Is there any more we need to say about this trailer?
No, but it kind of segues perfectly into the last trailer. Because if Drax dies, and I know it's not, I know it's the wrong version, but with the Venom coming out, they could put Venom in a Guardians flick. I know it's not the same company. I know Sony is doing the Venom movie starring Tom Hardy.
So there's a Venom trailer out. I fucking hate it with every inch of my soul. There's nothing I like about that trailer.
The more I watch it, the more I see like, okay. They're not showing you. It was also a teaser. It wasn't a full trailer.
It was a full trailer. Fuck those guys.
No, I consider that a teaser. It was as long as the solo, the solo one, the solo.
But see, there was a solo teaser, and then there was a solo trailer.
Yeah,
that's the difference. And the other difference is the solo teaser got me excited for something I was absolutely not excited about. And this Venom trailer has me absolutely not excited at all in any way, shape, or form for this film.
I am super excited.
I don't like the voice Tom Hardy's doing. I don't like that it's set in San Francisco. I don't like that it, I just don't like that it doesn't even fucking show Venom. Okay, so the thing that's going around on Reddit right now is, say what you will about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's movie Skyscraper. At least that trailer had a fucking skyscraper in it. What did the Venom trailer have?
You see the black creeping up.
Whoop-de-fucking-do. Could have been anything.
Also, would you change your mind if it comes out that Carnage is going to be in it? Or the symbiote children, because that's the goings on.
I mean, I've heard that's kind of the storyline that they're supposed to be doing. But if they have a Venom movie And there's literally no like hint of Spider-Man or Peter Parker or anything like that. This movie can go fuck itself.
See, I think the Peter Parker Spider-Man reveal is going to be later. I think it's going to be the second trailer. Because we live in a 2-trailer world.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, you're not wrong about that. So the rumor is, and you can even go to IMDb, and it's rumored right there in IMDb that Tom Holland is Peter Parker in this film.
Yeah.
The other rumor, according to paparazzi shots, is Tom Holland has been on the set of Venom in Vancouver, just dressed as Peter Parker. So,
well, there's probably flashbacks for sure.
Maybe. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, we don't know when this movie takes place necessarily.
Well, if he's back in San Francisco, Eddie Brock is originally from San Francisco, and there is a storyline where he and Peter Parker make I don't want to say an alliance, a truce, and he's like, cool, I'm leaving, and he becomes like San Francisco's version
the
of
Lethal
Spider-Man.
Protector. I know.
The Lethal Protector, yeah.
I know. But here's the thing, though. If it is, like, here's my problem. If this is a Venom movie that's centered around Eddie Brock's whole fucking purpose is to be angry at Spider-Man or Peter Parker for some reason. Mm-hmm. And he gets the symbiote, and that's why he becomes Venom. And that's also why Venom has Spider-Man's powers. Like, that is the only reason why that is.
Because the suit touched Peter Parker. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it adapted to his powers.
Yeah, so if this is like, you know, oh, the Venom touches the spider that bit fucking Peter Parker, and there's no fucking Peter Parker or Spider-Man, fuck this movie. If it was anybody but Eddie Brock, I might be okay with that. But the thing is, you cannot do Eddie Brock without Peter Parker. Like, as a story. Like, it's crucial to the story. Because in all of the different versions of Eddie Brock, and I've fucking seen them all, so don't tell me I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. You know, like in all the cartoons, like, Eddie Brock was, like, either his buddy in school, or, you know, he worked with his parents in different timelines and different stories, you know, or, oh, he was his best friend that he worked with, and then he grew up in the gangs and stuff, you know, and... You know, and there's been several different symbiotes. There's been, you know, the genetically created symbiotes from Parker's blood fucked around with Doc Connors. There's been the classic symbiote from, you know, Alien Rock from space, which is what it looks like they're going with, because it shows like some sort of plane being cut in half and crashing.
Yeah.
Or a spaceship. Hard to say.
I think they're kind of combining both of them, because there is the heavy medical setting as well.
Yeah, and there's obviously like... I would assume it's like Roxanne or some fucking evil corporation. Because there's a lot of evil corporations in the Spider-Man mythos.
Tons. All of them.
You know. But, yeah, I mean, you know... I just don't... You know, I showed the trailer to Jessica. Okay. My Jessica. And she was like, who's talking in this trailer? And I was like, well, internet says that it's Tom Hardy. And she's like, is he doing like a shitty Brooklyn accent? Because it's awful. And then I was like, I mean, I don't know. It's what Tom Hardy does. He does accents. Like, it's literally what he does in every motherfucking film. And sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. You know? Say what you will. The British guy commits. Do I think he's a good actor to play at Eddie Brock? Sure. Do I know if it'll be good based on what I've seen in the trailer? Absolutely not. It looks like trash. It looks like about as much trash as the Tomb Raider film that's coming out this year that I absolutely have no interest in seeing.
But you're still going to go see it.
No, I'm not. I mean, are you talking about Venom or Tomb Raider?
Venom.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no way that I don't not see the film. But I don't know if that's like, oh, I'm going to go to the film. I'm going to go to the theater because people are saying it's good, or the reviews say it's good, or, oh, I'm waiting for Redbox. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I just don't know yet. And that's the other thing. We still don't know what Venom looks like. That's
No.
a big thing
Yep.
because
If it's just a black Spider-Man, I'm not into it. I'll be angry.
well, they've already done that.
Yeah, they did.
They already did that twice in Spider-Man 3.
Mm-hmm.
And for that movie series, that was fine, I thought. But if you're doing a film that's called motherfucking Venom, he'd better look like a motherfucking terrifying fucking Todd McFarlane monster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the whole, like, the way the eyes sort of floated into the V, like, that was all cool and stuff. But it's still a bad trailer. And the next trailer they show needs to show me.
Oh yeah, it better bring the. It needs to
It
bring
needs
the
to
thunder.
fucking show Venom. It needs to show him, more importantly, him transforming into Venom and seeing what he does with that character, what Venom sounds like, I think is very important. Because I don't know about you, but I care a lot about how Venom's going to sound because there's been like 1,000 different versions of how he sounds. Like all the cartoons, he sounds different.
Mm-hmm.
The one movie he's in sounds different, so there's a bunch of different ways they could go with that.
No, I'm 100% with you. Yeah, I mean, you probably can piece together, other than me telling you that I'm a huge Venom fan. I do have one of the best Carnage mugs ever.
Yeah, it's true. We talked about it on the show.
Yeah, we did.
One episode ago or something like that. He's got a pimp ass Carnage mug. And I'm a big fan of Carnage. I don't think Carnage is in this film.
You don't?
No. I think since they're setting up Venom as his own film, I think Carnage is the tease for
the second.
Yeah.
The stinger at the end.
Yeah.
I'll be okay with that.
I think you're going to see a redheaded man in prison and a drop of Venom gets on him. That's what I think you're going to see. The end of the Venom movie. Just saying. I don't know who the fuck necessarily Venom's fighting. Probably, Venom children or other Venom type people. Could be creations for the movies. Could be Children of Venom. Could be Planet of the Symbiote type people. You might get maybe like a female Venom in there.
Yeah.
Maybe his girlfriend becomes a Venom and he has to kill his girlfriend or something stupid. I don't know. I look at that trailer and I think, well, okay, here's my thought process. My thought process was like, oh God, back last summer before Spider-Man Homecoming, I'm like, oh God, please be good. Sony, don't fuck it up. Play nice with Marvel. Okay, Marvel, I hope you can pull it off. Okay, oh my God, they did it. They fucking did it. Yes, Spider-Man's back. Fuck yeah. And I was all happy and stuff. And then I heard about this Venom shit. And it wasn't going to be connected to the MCU. And I'm like, oh God, Sony, what are you doing? Stop it. And then I saw this, then I heard about this thing. And I was like, Tom Hardy. I was like, okay, that could be a good call. It's still not connected to the MCU. I don't know about that. And then I see a trailer and I'm just like, at the end of it, like I was enraged. I was like, Sony, what the fuck are you doing? God damn it. Stop it. And then a bunch of people online are like, well, they probably haven't finished the CGI for Venom because they just finished filming, because I guess they started shooting in like September, October of last year or something. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But to not even like, you hear a voice and maybe like a face for like 1 second, you know what I mean? Like with maybe like a really drippy tongue wrapping around like some fucking teeth, Ugh. They have to bring it in the next trailer. Because I'll tell you right now, if you look at the trailer on Sony's official thing, it's got like 50 million downvotes.
Oh, yeah.
They have a uphill battle ahead of themselves to sell this movie to the fans.
I think it's safe to say there are some Venom fans out there.
Yeah, but you have to think about it, though. Like, let's be honest. Are you really genuinely interested in seeing a Venom film that has absolutely no connection to Spider-Man or Peter Parker, with the main anti-hero protagonist being Eddie Brock? See, huge hesitation.
As a Venom fan, yeah, but I mean, as a comic book nerd, no.
Okay.
Because I can't say, if we played the name game, first thing that comes to your head, and I say Spider-Man, typically you're going to say Venom.
Sure.
You know,
I mean, I'm probably more inclined to say Dark Hawk personally, but you know.
Okay. Yeah. 6 in one, half dozen the other. I get it. A villain will come to mind.
Yeah.
So that's one of the, you know, of course that's name association for me. I would say that, but yeah, it's one of those things. It's just, you know, an iconic figure in the mythos of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's not connected to the Marvel at all.
Well, that's the thing. They're still being coy about it. Yeah, the director's like, no, it's not in any way, shape, or form. But the producer's like, well,
I don't know. Stop being like that.
You know, and Tom Holland's coy about it too. He's like, well, I don't know. You know, and then it's like, oh, but people saw you on the set, and it's like, did you?
They?
yeah, exactly. Did they?
Hey, Tom, stop it. Stop right now.
It's so funny because he's leaked things before, but I don't know.
Now the question is, did you see any of the commercials?
I did not. I'll be honest.
Oh, okay. I will send you one commercial.
One commercial?
I would like to talk about.
Oh, okay. Well, while you're sending me that commercial, there's two more movie trailers worth talking about. So are you a Jurassic Park fan?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So are you excited for Jurassic World 2 Fallen Kingdom?
I am indeed.
So I am, and I'm also am not. Because when I look at it, I'm like, this looks almost exactly like the end of Lost World. Except more shit's exploding. And they've made another crazy dinosaur, and I'm like, would you guys stop doing that?
Yeah, that's some shit. What it looks like to me is it looks like the Indominus Rex, just more raptored.
But it shoots fire, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we're making a dragon.
Sure.
Haven't you guys learned your lessons?
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. Oh, okay. So I've heard about this, but I've not seen it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pump it up here so everybody can hear. I've heard about this. It's a Doritos ad. It's got Peter Dinklage and Morgan Freeman in it. So I'm gonna watch it right now. I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop, cause you know I gotta win every day. See that really wanna pop me. Just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come in, then I gotta set it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it. Any little thing, and then I can get it be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna dead it. Oops. I guess I stopped it accidentally.
Oh, no, there's more.
Doritos Blaze, a bold new flavor that brings the heat.
Quiet! Hush your mouth. I told y'all mother, y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come and get me now. Is you with me now? Then biggie bounce. I know you think the way I switch my style.
New Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
I get it. Fire and ice.
It's literally a song of ice and fire.
Yep. Songs of ice and fire, really.
Songs of ice and fire.
Okay, that was pretty good.
That was probably my favorite commercial of all of it, and I didn't even watch the show. I just watched all the commercials on YouTube. I don't know if you saw the actual lip syncing was perfect for Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, it was pretty on point. And
I don't know if you know that song, you probably have heard it, is really, really difficult.
I mean, it sounded difficult. I mean, as being honest to you and listening to the show, I'm not a rap person. Like, I just don't listen to it. It's not my thing, as it were. But I can appreciate the speed at which words can come out and rhyme, or bust those rhymes, as it were, to sound super 90s and white right there.
You probably know this, but I am a huge hip hop and rap fan. I knew you were a fan. I didn't know you were a huge fan. Oh yeah, the first album I ever bought was a Wu-Tang Clan album. Oh, okay. With the first one I bought with my own money, I should say.
See,
Obviously, I
my
took my dad's, but
my the first CD I ever bought with my own money was the Babylon 5 soundtrack to the TV show by
okay.
Christopher Franke. So we're about as far apart as you could fucking possibly get.
Yeah, but I'm a music fan. I like all music. We've already talked about that, but
Yeah.
That song is my. I don't want to say it's my go-to, but it's one of the ones that when somebody's like, "You like rap?"
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just bust into that verse.
I see.
And it's one of those ones that you probably heard me go ooh, ooh, with the actual song because I know it that well. So yeah, that was my favorite commercial the entire time. I was hyped for it. I watched it several times, as you probably could have guessed. As I send it to you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, have you seen the Doritos commercial? No. Oh man, you haven't seen Peter Dicklin's rap lip sync Busta Rhymes? Really? He lip sync Busta Rhymes? No, he does. He lip sync it. He fucking nails it.
Yeah.
So, but yes, Jurassic Park looks good. I think I told the story. My son was a Jurassic Park fan. So much so that he wore out a DVD of Jurassic Park.
How do
was
you
on repeat
now? Okay, so as someone who, as I've stated before, 1999 original Matrix film was on repeat on my original Xbox DVD player for like a year. Never wore it out. How the fuck do you wear out a DVD?
It was. That's just the words I use. I live in hyperbole, Tim. Come on now.
Well, I don't know. The disc could have caught fire.
No, what he did do though was he shoved some sort of sticky solution into the DVD tray, so the door wouldn't open.
What year was this death of a DVD player?
08.
Okay.
He was 3.
So DVD player, not the most expensive thing in that age, but still you coughed up some money, I assume, to replace it.
I did, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It was on repeat. Like I set it to play. Not only did I set it to play after a while, I got so tired of him going, "Dad, fast forward it," because he doesn't mess with the beginning. He just wants from Jurassic Park on, from the first scene on. He doesn't mess with the none of the menus, nothing. So I said it. I did A, B, and that's what it did. The second the movie ended, no scrolling, no credits, none of that. No.
So was it just the first one?
That he was obsessed with?
Yeah.
Yes, but he did watch all of the other ones.
Okay. What did you?
I took him to go see the Jurassic World. He's all into dinosaurs.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's an interesting movie for a 3-year-old to watch over and over again. Because I would argue the first Jurassic Park, which is obviously a pretty fucking perfect movie in terms of like its pacing, what happens, terror, excitement, plot twist, all that sort of stuff. Classic Spielberg. That movie's kind of terrifying for a 3-year-old, I would think.
He watches horror. Like he watched horror with me. He does. He wasn't. And the thing about it was he had a dinosaur, like a stuffed dinosaur that I got him. Mm-hmm. And he would always, I'm like, I'd ask him because after a while I was like, yeah, this is a pretty fucked up movie. Like a dude gets eaten, many people do. And I tell him all the time, I was like, buddy, are you scared? He's like, no, Dad, I got my T-Rex. Is what he used to say to me. Yeah, he would be like, no, I got my T-Rex. T-Rex can't. They don't fight. And I'm like, oh, if you only knew, son. Oh, to be a child,
Right.
But yeah, he was.
I wonder if his mindset is fuck humanity, dinosaurs forever.
And then he watched Theodore Rex, and then he changed his mind on that one.
Theodore Rex. I don't know that one.
Whoopi Goldberg. It's set in like a weird reality where dinosaurs and humans evolved together. It's widely known as a terrible movie.
Rex. I had never even heard of this movie. Theodore Rex.
It's terrible, Tim. I want to be honest.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I've just looked up images.
Mm-hmm.
It looks... What the...
Do you remember the show Dinosaurs? You know, Not the Mama?
Yeah. The TV show? I was going to say, it looks exactly like that.
Someone paid $3 million. Was it $3 million? Or it was $30 million for that movie at the time to fund it.
I mean, it was 1995. That's a lot of money then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, God! What in the shit?
If you didn't know, if you didn't know this, folks, I'm a cinephile. I love movies. I love terrible movies. I love great movies. I will watch a movie.
I'm actually surprised I haven't seen that because I've seen a lot of Whoopi Goldberg stuff. I like Whoopi.
Yeah, Whoopi's great.
Yeah, Whoopi's great. Hard to go wrong with Whoopi.
Sister Act is fantastic. Sister Act 2 is great. But yeah.
Fucking
What was the last one, Tim? You said there's two more.
Oh yeah. So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I'm sort of excited for it, but at the same time I'm like, I have no idea what the plot is, and I feel like the plot's just gonna be garbage. Mm-hmm. You're going there to see dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I don't know. You never know.
It's literally, why would you build a theme park that people are going to go to on an island that's technically a time bomb?
Mm-hmm. That's true too. So the last film that I wanted to talk about, trailer-wise, was the Mission Impossible Fallout trailer. So I'm a big Mission Impossible fan. I've liked every Mission Impossible except for Ghost Protocol. I thought the Ghost Protocol one, like the plot was like, it was flat on that one for some reason. Not sure what happened there. Because when I go to a Mission Impossible, I expect several things. I expect insane Tom Cruise stunts. I expect some kind of crazy villain, and then I expect plot twists that will make me question, who's good and who's bad. And of course, the Mission Impossible theme and action. That's all I want from a Mission Impossible film. I'm real simple,
I'm gonna admit this. I have not seen a Mission Impossible movie.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nope.
Oh. Really? Not a one?
I'm also not a big Tom Cruise fan.
Oh, I see.
I think the Interview with the Vampire might be one of the few Tom Cruise movies. I did watch The Mummy.
Okay.
It was terrible.
Yep.
It was dreadful.
I mean, I'll say this about The Mummy, because I got it on iTunes way after it came out. Watched it over Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say the first two acts of The Mummy started to make it feel like it was a good movie, and then it started going downhill real fast after that.
You didn't call shenanigans on the whole. Oh no, she enjoyed it. She loved it when they were talking about when him and his colleague were talking about the time they hooked up, and she was like, "I don't." You didn't catch a little shenanigans, or was it when? Oh man, the fact that he was TRT'd to the gills, I was like, I appreciate that. As someone who's in the mix of getting Shazammed himself, I can appreciate that, because if I could get TRT, trust me, I would.
What the fuck is TRT'd?
Testosterone replacement therapy.
Oh, okay.
Or was it with God damn it, who plays Dr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde?
Oh, fucking Russell Crowe.
Yeah, him and Russell Crowe fucking chewing the scenery. You didn't get. I mean, that's when I was like, come on. I was like, God. The actress who plays the Mummy was great. She's a great actress in real life.
Yeah.
She was only in the movie for fucking 12 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, don't fuck with my man from New Girl.
Yeah, that's true too.
Right?
Yeah, when he rolled up, I was like, what the fuck is he doing in this film?
Yeah, I was like, hey, you might be the saving grace for this flick, buddy.
Nope, he's gonna haunt. main
Oh,
character.
it was
And then
American
later,
Werewolf,
he's gonna get
American Werewolf in
revived.
London. American Werewolf in Paris is what in London is what that was. He was the friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he gets revived, and they don't even mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Tom Cruise is the Mummy now.
I mean, I guess
Everybody just wants to have sex with Tom Cruise. That's what the tagline of that flick should be. Everybody wants to fuck Tom Cruise, even Tom Cruise.
Well, I guess. Anyways, the Mummy aside, I would argue the Mission Impossible films are really good. I mean, okay, what about Top Gun?
Yeah, Top Gun. It's a classic. I mean,
Okay, a little hesitant to there. Okay.
Iceman, Goose, all that. Val Kilmer.
What about Risky Business?
No, what? Risky Business and Cocktails not included in that. Yeah, never didn't have a real interest in seeing it. I mean, I do like actually spy movies. I mean, John Wick 1 and 2 are one of my favorite movies.
Well, see, and then equally, you could tell me, because I've never seen any of the John Wicks.
What?
I know. That's exactly.
All right, so we're even. Is that what you're saying?
Okay. So here's what we need to do. I need to see the John Wick films.
Okay.
And you should see the fucking Mission Impossible films.
How many Mission Impossible films are there?
Oh, Jesus, there's like fucking 6 of them. 8,
okay.
9, 10. I don't fucking know now. There's a lot.
So I'll watch the first 2. How about that?
There you
go. It's even.
The first 2 are really good. They're really strong. You should check those out. If you like spy movies and you like action films and you like things that have plot twists.
I do.
Because that's definitely one thing. Like Mission Impossible is definitely known for action and obviously the theme, which is iconic from the old TV show. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely, they're plot twisty, which is great.
And I mean, I do know that Tom Cruise does most of his own stunts.
Yeah, he's definitely well known for his stunts. Again, you should fucking see all the films. God, it's kind of sad now because like wanting to talk about the new, what's it called, Mission Impossible Fallout trailer, because there's a lot of fucking action in that trailer. I don't know if you saw that trailer. But it almost looks like the greatest hits, like reamped versions of his previous stunts. Like he's like flinging around in a helicopter, and there's a motorcycle thing, and there's a truck thing, and there's a hanging over thing, and like all of these things are from previous movies, but they were like the single set piece, like the lobby scene in The Matrix, like the single set piece action film or action point of the movie. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And Fallout looks like it's just going to fucking have all of them. So I'm just like, well, okay. Shit, going balls to the walls of this one. So
also has a $3 million mustache in
it. Yes. And that's right. The villain is Henry Cavill with his mustache that Paramount wouldn't let him cut off and was like, fuck you, Warner Brothers. We're going to pay to CGI it out because he's in the middle of reshoots. Fucking politics. That's ridiculous. Yeah. So yeah, you get to see... there's also a hilarious meme going around right now because in the trailer it looks like Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill are fucking beating the shit out of each other in a bathroom. And there's a meme going around that Superman's true weakness is being in bathrooms. And he did that movie with Armie Hammer, and I guess they fight each other in a bathroom. And Batman and him fight each other in a bathroom. And now Tom Cruise and him are fighting each other in a bathroom. So it's like, oh my gosh, poor Henry Cavill. And his $300 million mustache.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited for it, if only because, like I said, Ghost Protocol I thought was a little flat, and then the one after that, Rogue Nation, was really good. And this is done by the same writer-director, Ralph McQuarrie, I guess. So I'm hopeful that it's another really good Mission Impossible. Also, it's got, side cast of Simon Pegg. You can't go wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do like Simon Pegg. I would say all of his movies. And now I'm going to just watch it, justwatch.com, and typing in Mission Impossible to see where it is.
Oh yeah. It
came out in 96?
Yeah, the original one. Yeah, he's like Mission Impossible are his films, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stars has it. Cool. I'll watch it.
Nice. Has it got all of them, or what's it got?
It's got the first one. That's all. I can find the second one easy, you know.
Sure.
I was just worried about the first one. Most of them are like $2.99. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll spend $2.99 for a 1996
Sure.
spy flick. So that's something we just learned about each other. That I've never seen a Mission Impossible, and you've never seen John Wick.
Yeah, I guess I should be typing in John Wick.
Yeah,
It's
on. Do you have HBO?
Yeah.
I watched it this morning.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
John Wick.
I think it's on.
It says it's not on HBO. 2's on
Really?
HBO.
Did I watch this? I watched one of them. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's literally on my saved, like on my on demand. So
okay.
I just.
You know, there's a John Wick TV show coming, I guess.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And Keanu Reeves is executive producer, I believe.
I don't know. Yeah, I need to see John Wick. You need to see Mission Impossible. There you go. That's our homework.
There you go. Also, just real quick, I figured before we close the show, somebody sent my mom a dick pic.
Oh yeah, you never explained this to me. Go, tell the story. Go.
Well, you know, my dad passed away.
Yes.
So my mom is obviously a widow, and she's single.
Okay.
My mom is also mid-50s.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, she listens. She'll be like, "Man, my son doesn't know how old I am. He gave me more years or less years." So she got a text from a random number that she didn't recognize, and it said, "Hey, hey, stranger, remember me?" And my mom was like, "I do not. I don't know who this is." And the guy said, "Listen, this dude was a ballsy dude, okay? Literally and figuratively."
Oh dear.
And he goes, "Oh, do you remember this?" And sent my mom a dick pic.
Ugh. Okay.
A penis photograph to my mother.
I mean, I hate myself for these words that are coming out of my mouth. Was it a young or an old penis?
I mean, I would say like our age.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I'm like, you know, and she told when I went to go visit her, you know, she told me and Jessica this, you know, my Jess.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really mad. Okay, obviously, as you can probably tell, I got a little upset. I was like, "Really? Somebody sent you a fucking dick pic?"
Mm-hmm.
My mom was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "No homo, I have to see it." And she was like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Listen, you gotta come correct. If you're gonna send my mother," I was like, "If you're gonna send my mother a penis photograph, you better make sure that you come correct." And my mom was like, "You are the weirdest person I've ever met." And I'm like, "And you made me." And she was like, then she laughs and she's like, "You're just like your dad. You're so weird." And I'm like, "Yep." And I'm like, "I gotta see it. So whip it out. Let me see it." And she showed me, and I went, "Why would you send it at the worst angle? Like it was not a very flattering angle, if that makes sense." I mean, you know, we don't have to bring this up, but if you were to take a picture of your penis and maybe send it to your Jessica for like a hey type of deal, what angle would you send it?
So, okay, in all honesty here, and I've told this to Jessica, so it's nothing she hasn't heard. There are a couple of girls previous to her that I've definitely done dick pics to.
Okay.
I find, having done it a handful of times, that taking a picture of your own dick is really difficult.
It's hard.
It's hard as shit, right?
Literally and figuratively. It's hard.
Yeah. It's stupid. You know? So I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess just whatever angle you can get. I guess. I don't know, man. It's such a terrible answer.
So this dude took it from like, if, you know, holding it at your chest in between your nipples was 12 o'clock. Okay. And going clockwise would be to the left. He sent it at like 2.
Okay.
And I was like, interesting. I was like, wow, cinematography is terrible. The camera work is dreadful. And then Jess even said it. She was like, why would he send it from 2 o'clock? And I was like, see, that's what I was thinking. Because, in my younger years, I might have sent a few dick pics.
Yeah.
I might have, and by might have, I definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
And I never went from 12. I would go from like the power angle, the profile, if that makes sense. Because I find that profile is very telling.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't fake a profile dick pic. By the way, that's how, if you guys ever need a director of cinematography, I won't take the picture, but I'll tell you where to take the picture from.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude sent my mom a dick pic. I was like, oh, cool. That's where we are in this world. The year of our Lord. Thank you for sending my mother a picture of your penis. Appreciate that.
I mean, it was a missed text, right?
Yeah, but then he kept talking to her.
Oh shit!
I'm like, yo, this.
Was your mom talking back?
I mean, my mom was like, oh, she was like, okay, that was the first time that's happened. And he was like, come on, you remember me? My mom was like, I assure you, sir, I don't remember you.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's what happens in my life. People send my mom pictures of their dick.
That's nutty. That's completely nutty.
Yeah.
I don't even really know what else to say about that, other than the fact,
Yeah.
I mean, it happened. I guess move on, unless your mom's still texting the guy.
No, I moved on. Now it's just a funny story. Like, I'm not mad at it anymore. I just think it's hilarious.
Oh, you were mad at the start?
Mad isn't the word. Shocked. More like, Jesus Christ, man. Someone said your mom a dick pic. You'd be like, huh? What? What? Huh? Like, I was just like, yeah, that's exactly how I was. What? Huh? Why? What's going on? Yeah, shocked would be the word to use.
Wow.
So I figured that would just end the show perfectly.
I guess end on dick pics.
End on dick. Yeah, end on the dick.
End on something that starts off hard and strong and eventually wimps out.
Goes to sleep.
Well, I guess that's the end of the show.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have. We missed one thing. Cause you're a Westworld guy, right?
I am. I saw.
There was a Westworld season 2 trailer plus premiere date. Thank God. It's April something.
I saw.
Soon April, early April. Yeah. But there's an awesome Westworld season 2 trailer, which you can check out right now if you're a Westworld fan. If you're not watching it, you're fucking stupid.
Go watch it.
And if you don't like it, you're also fucking stupid. Because it's only the best show that has come on TV in the last several years. And it's fantastic. Parts of the trailer actually were shot specifically for the Super Bowl, so they're not in the season.
Yeah.
And people have pointed out a couple of interesting things from the trailer. One, I guess if you freeze frame on a thing, there's like a single frame of a binary code that nerds have translated into some sort of like coordinates code that I guess if you put on Delos.com.
It shows where the park is?
Well, no, it doesn't show where the park is. It shows that there are 6 different themed parks in Westworld.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's something to look forward to in season 2. And then also somebody has pointed out that there's someone in the background whose face is obscured and it's also sort of blurred out in the camera, but somebody is wearing a kimono in Westworld.
There is a samurai world.
And spoilers for season 1 of Westworld. Sorry. There's a samurai world apparently as well. So yeah, looking forward to Westworld season 2 for sure. And damn it, we never talked about Altered Carbon.
Well, we got stuff to talk about next week.
Yeah, we do.
All right. I'll be able to watch more than 2 episodes.
Yes, I've seen the whole series now. It's absolutely fantastic. I really, 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 really hope Netflix renews for a season 2. It is rumored to be the most expensive Netflix show ever produced. Altered Carbon is fantastic cyberpunk sci-fi detective Matrix meets Total Recall meets Blade Runner meets Equilibrium meets fucking just all the good sci-fi stuff. Really,
It's great.
it's sci-fi. It's meaty. It's great.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So check that out on Netflix if you haven't checked it out already. It's fantastic. And then I guess that's it. So, pimp your stuff, Mr. Lister.
You can find me on Twitter at Buster Knuckle 13. That's Buster Knuckle 13. You can find me on PSN Blister Lister 113. If you like listening to me talk about Destiny and other video games and maybe some other nerdy stuff, you can find me on the RNG Cast. You can follow us at the RNG Cast on Twitter. Tim, go ahead.
Alrighty. I am, of course, author, podcaster, gamer, and producer on this show, Fork in Your Ear. You can follow me specifically on Twitter. I'm at Tim_T. If you want to follow me specifically. We also have a Twitter for the show. You can tweet at GetForkedPod. Once again, that's at GetForkedPod. Of course, I do another podcast, although I haven't done a show for it in a while. I'm hoping to start back up soon. Rising Tide, a Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. And we have a Facebook, which I'm told works now, or the Fork in Your Ear podcast, which is facebook.com/the Fork in Your Ear podcast. It was not working for a while. I don't have a logical reason. Somehow it got unpublished. I don't know how that happens.
The world may never know.
I don't know. So you can check all that stuff out. And then, of course, you can go to www.dynamicworksproductions.com to find all the podcasts, the one app that I did some music for, a link to my book, The Citadel Arrival, which is written by myself, Tim K. Trotter, as well as links there also for iTunes iBook and Amazon Kindle. Book is $2.99. It's a novella, so it won't take too much of your time. It is pretty cyberpunky as well. So if you watch Altered Carbon and you want some more cybery goodness there, you could check out my book. Free samples are available in each respective market, so check that out. Buy a book, support the show. Check out our website and all that stuff. Follow us on Twitter. Tweet at us. For the love of God, your show depends on you. And maybe one day soon we will have the most rockinest, awesomest, reader email and tweets. That'd be fantastic.
Tweet at us. We'd like to hear from you.
Yes. So without any further ado, get forked.
Shazam!
And we out. Thank you for listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast. You can find our podcast at www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Feel free to email us at dynamicworks@mac.com.
This is Dominic Armato, the voice of Guybrush Threepwood, and you're listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast.
The Citadel Arrival is the first installment in a series of epic science fiction short stories reminiscent of the Pulp Fiction style. It's a fast-paced story that will take you through twists and turns that you will not expect, until they are thrust upon you with all the force, excitement, and chaos of a plasma cannon blast. The story follows Katarl, a nobody cog in the working wheels of a futuristic society run completely by Megacorp, a corporation that carefully runs and manages the lives of the people living under its sphere of power. On one of Katarl's few and far between days off from work, an outing he had hoped would be fun and relaxing turns into an explosive adventure that drags him kicking and screaming into situations and challenges that will make him question every aspect of his life. Watch this colorful tapestry unfurl as Katarl and his newfound allies find their way through this classic, yet oddly surprising tale of good and evil, where nothing is quite what it appears to be. That's The Citadel, A Rival by author Tim K. Trotter. Available right now on Amazon Kindle Store and iTunes iBookstore for only $2.99.